Liu Bei finds himself at war once again. His territory is expanding, even if that wasn't his initial intent. But being in war is not always glory, victory, and success, and this has proven itself true for Liu Bei in his most recent battle. Welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms, everybody. I know, I'm playing 3 Kingdoms again. Listen, you just gotta cut me a little slack. It's a brand new game, I'm super excited to play it, and I really want to keep telling Liu Bei's story. It's really fun to kind of watch his world change and follow along with both my decisions and what, making my decisions really leaning on what Liu Bei, what I perceive he would do. It's been so much fun. But we did take a bit of a beating in the last go, and I really need to pay more attention to that. Now, granted, we did spend some money at the end to immediately replenish some of our troops. Didn't I? Yeah, he'll be here next turn. Oh wait, no, I thought I did. Maybe I just planned on it and then I didn't do it. I mean, that would, I guess, make sense. So basically, if I click on this and say swap, I can turn this into like a better cavalry, and we might. So this is a medium sword cavalry saber. We got medium sword cavalry, Jian sword cavalry. So it'll be more expensive, but we're making good money. So let's go ahead and spend it a little bit. We've got another one here. Oh no, I did spend the money. It's just they're kind of coming up right now. Okay, that's okay. Let's let them all replenish. And then once we're good and replenished again, not going to take defeat sitting down. We are going to make our way back over here and see if we can kill them off. Granted, 2 of their generals are wounded now, and attacking them now would probably be better, but we're not going to because that'll end up getting us killed. Kong Rong, on the other hand, has no interest in dealing with us, and we have another army over here where a couple generals are actually miserable, but I'm getting them over here to the fishing port to just chill, and we're going to be moving out this way to try and snag a couple pieces of territory over here, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong on that. Yes, we'll be trying to take Deng Ningqin. I apologize for pronunciation there. Meanwhile, we're pretty friendly with everybody around us. We should be fine in our current situation. Yeah, wow. He wants me to join his war against Zhang Yan, and now I'm starting to worry, because he's starting to snowball out of control. I'm going to reject his request to join war right now. I know we're in a coalition with him, but that's just kind of a... I opt in if I want to help. Lu Bu wants to leave coalition. That did not last long. I acknowledge. I'm gonna probably leave the coalition as well now that I think about it. Though I don't know if that'll give me a penalty on being trustworthy, so we'll take a look on our turn here. Lu Bu does not stay loyal to anyone but himself. Sun Jian has signed a peace treaty, left the coalition. Kong Rong declared war alongside Yuan Shao, which we knew was going to happen. All right, to get out of this peace treaty, this coalition, now that I see how fast he's getting big, if I wanted to leave, will it do anything to me? Yeah, it makes me untrustworthy. We have to wait. For 4 turns, it makes me untrustworthy. It might be not a bad thing to keep him just under our coalition and on watch, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm starting to worry about him. We're gonna move into the forest over here. We get an ambush chance of 70%. It's better for us to ambush. I just want to see if I can get eyes on the city. I'd love to give him some experience. Yeah, I can't see anything. Can I get here? Not yet. All right, we'll try to move from tree to tree for that better ambush chance. We haven't taken a peek at our court recently. Let's do that. We have a lot of people here. A lot of people here. We don't have any spots open, really. Serving, on an assignment, serving. Zuhan is the only one not doing anything, and that's all right. He's not too miserable about it. None of these people are jumping out at me that I want to grab right now, because we don't want to form another military right now, and we can't really do too much beyond that. Patient, friendly, and creative. Ma Tang from 202 to 202. I'm just looking at him because he's level 3. And he's a mediator, so he's cunning, he's experienced. We can't use him as a spy, though. But we can get 10% income from commerce if we throw him on an assignment. He values sociability and diplomacy, so he's very, very good for our court. You know what? Let's actually go ahead and grab him. We might send him on assignment in a bit, just to see if we want anything done. In fact, we should see if we have any assignments. We have no free assignments right now. I think we have enough food to bump up this city to level 6. Our prestige is going to go up, income's going to go up, our food is going to take another hit, but we have plenty. So let's just go ahead and start dumping money into upgrading our cities, into massive cities, so we have more influence and more power. The armies over here have to take some time. I need to let them rest. I honestly might hit his livestock farm instead. If I can choke out his food supply, that might be better for us. Who's your vassals? Huang Shao? Yeah. Yeah, I can't accept that. I can't accept the deal. I'm sorry. Sorry. You're suicidally brave and you're actually asking for peace. That's a good sign for my power. Especially since you are the king. You rule over Yuan Shao over here. The Harvest Moon Festival. It is time for the Harvest Moon, and the farmers of the local villages are celebrating the fine harvest. They sit around at the fire and recount the tale of Hu Yi and Shang Yi, in which they were separated after she drank the elixir of immortality and took up residence on the moon itself. That's really, really cool. I want to know more about Chinese mythology in general. Oh, I'm actually not at war with this guy. He's at war with everybody else, but he is a vassal of Yuan Shao, so he's our ally, unfortunately. You don't... Ooh. You are almost willing. What if I offered you money first? How are you on food? You're okay on food. If I pay you a ton to bring me up to that 6, can I unify with you? Or do I literally just have nothing that interests you whatsoever? And I can give you more food and then unify. Never. They won't do it. They just don't. They have no plan on doing it. Is it because he's brave and militaristic? All right. Well, I can't. You're not part of the kingdom, so you're not actually giving him any food. So I just need to let myself heal, and then we can swing back over here and try and take it. He's gonna be there simply because he's. That's all he's got left, I think. All right. Let's move in. There's nothing here. Oh, there's very little here. We should be able to take this. And this is farmland, which means more food, which means we can start feeding people. And once again, if anybody needs food, I don't care what side of the war you're on. Liu Yu, like, you need food, right? I'm willing, offer food trade. You value it pretty well. I can drop you like a solid 5. How much are you willing to pay? I'm making 2 grand a turn, which is still not great, but good enough, especially during a war. We're fine. Gao Ding gained honest. Well, that's really good. I wonder if that's going to help him working with somebody else. So he values sociability and commands trustworthiness. I do wonder if that means he'll be liked a little more in his army. Large city at Pengcheng is done. That's awesome too. You still hate each other. Is that the morale of our army? That's just our army action points. Alright, everything's upgraded as far as it can be, it seems. Sun Jian wants me to become a vassal. No. I'm very sorry. I know you're a steadfast vanguard, but I just can't do it. Your general has a reputation for discipline, but has recently started taking sadistic pleasure in punishment. Even people accused of imagining things, or rather, even people accused of imagined slights or misdeeds are flogged. Their suffering justified as deterrents to future crimes. and there are a few soldiers in their army who remain unscarred by the whip. That's one of ours on assignment, I believe. Huh. Well, let's hope it doesn't cause too much of a problem. Alright, let's move in on them. We could starve them out. It might not even be worth it. They're gonna have to fight us. Make them come to us. Order the settlement to be encircled. The defenders will take attrition from starvation until the timer reaches 0, at which point the settlement is surrendered and the attacker wins. We can demand their surrender. They will not give up. Alright, yeah, let's starve them out. They have no supplies. They can't last. There's nothing they can do. Guan Yu is charitable and Zhu Han is bright, which is fantastic. Though Guan Yu is now -4 food production from generals, but he's charitable, and that's good. He's picking things up. He's sympathetic to the sick, values charity, sympathetic to everybody. So hang out with Liu Bei is really helping his sense of morality, it seems. And we got a clay rat from somewhere. All right, we'll see if they come to us. I imagine that they will eventually jump out and try and fight us on the open field, which is fine. I think we'll let winter turn, and then we'll head out to Yuangshao. He wants my herdsmen, so he'll give me 900 bucks. +2 resolve enables formation wedge. Isn't there somebody that I want to have 2 resolve? But it's gonna give him a big bonus on the battlefield, so I can't. Here we go. Now they're predicting a valiant defeat. For me, for some weird reason. I outnumber them massively. All right, let's see what happens. So it's winter during this fight, so it'll be better to let them come to us. And there's a lot of trees going on here. So if we wanted to swing to toggleable map, we can actually see there's our troops. And they're up here somewhere. And we can move up pretty far. So why don't we take the cavalry and move forward with them and hide them? All right, here's the setup. We have cavalry on the left, the right flank. We've got pikemen and our other general on the left flank. We're gonna just move a little bit forward and we're gonna inch them up until eventually the armies clash somewhere around here. And then I hope to move around back with the general, with the cavalry and the pikemen, and just trying to sandwich them as they try and crash through what looks like a small line of defenses. And maybe if we're lucky, we'll have a general challenge their general and we'll end up winning. So with that said, let's see how this battle goes. Much like before, the enemy comes to greet Liu Bei on the battlefield. But we find ourselves in a bit of an advantageous situation. While they outnumber us by a few hundred, we have the weather on our side, and because they decided to leave their cities, no city walls or turrets to protect them. One of Liu Bei's general takes a few of the pikemen and all of the archers and sets up midfield, preparing for the onslaught coming through the trees dead ahead. Just barely, he can see the movements in the flags running through the sky. And the last leader of this nation takes what little retinue she has and the reinforcements from the nearby city and preps for an assault. And while she breaches through the trees and sees a very small defense in front of her, perhaps even giving her an air of hope, as we soar above, we can see 2 flanks set up. Pikemen in with 1 general, and on the other side, in the thicks of the forest, the cavalry awaits. All they need to do is hold them for a little while, buy enough time for the cavalry to push through the trees and collide with their back line, sending them reeling. It's going to be a difficult fight, and another one where victory is going to be hard-earned if achieved at all. And this could be bad for us. As I previously said, their numbers are greater than ours. Arrows are unleashed on both sides as they come through the trees, and both of the armies can see one another. Our front lines are not going to last long. We don't want them to last forever. The shields will help these, certainly. All they need to do is last long enough. Let the enemy think that they have us outnumbered. A general taking an arrow in his shoulder right away. But he will not falter. A horrifying view for our front line. There's not many of them, and their numbers are already beginning to dwindle. But our archers are laying into their front line as the general charges forward. She collides with our troops, demolishing what little she can get her hands on, but the pike's gonna stop her pretty heftily. This charge will be devastating. Our archers immediately begin to back up as they realize they are not going to have a chance to stand up against them, and our small front line trying to hold against the onslaught. But that's the sign. The cavalry has already rushed in to do as much damage as they can, keeping their archers running for now, pushing back. And at that, the pikemen breach out from the tree line with our general to try and grab what little of theirs they can. Our generals in this fight are all new. They haven't seen very much battle at all. The clash will continue like this for some time. Arrows flying in both directions, but at least we have the advantage when it comes to ranged assault. Those who were going for our back line were intercepted by the pikemen, unable to do much else, and now they're going to be littered from behind with arrows. The rest trying to help out ours. But a first break in fear, as they are outnumbered and the enemy swirls around. Our general and their general doing a large number of damage on the opposing armies. Over here, though, things are going very well. We've got them kind of cornered and encircled, and there's not much they can do. Now, granted, these armies are going to keep breaking, and hopefully they'll continue to kind of splinter themselves like this, where our armies can at least break away the extra bits of them and try and collide and even the numbers and even the odds. And our archers really are going to be a big benefit. They don't look like they're doing much, but you have to keep in mind, the longer they're ignored, the more just distant damage we can do, whittling down their numbers as their troops go back and forth from battle to battle. And as long as they're distracted, we're able to pick them off. Meanwhile, back here, our general and our cavalry are causing a huge issue for their archers. They can't stand up to them. There's not much they can do other than run. They're not built for melee. They either have no melee weapons or are so weak in melee there's nothing they can even do. So they're forced to just be distracted and swiped at. Through the trees as they try and swing at our cavalry that just ran off another one of their sets of men, swings back. They have shields, however, so they shouldn't be too much or too damaged from the incoming arrows. Things are looking bad for our men. The archers are running out of ammo and are just desperately running into melee combat now, doing everything they can to try and fight up close if they can. The general has taken very little damage at all and has refused every duel sent out. So for now, my general is assigned to just trying to keep her at bay and stop her from decimating our troops. And the archers drawing their swords are going to try and surround her and to continue to keep her occupied. Our spearmen with halberds, or our halberdmen, are being overrun quickly with numbers. But now the order is given for all those without ammo to just flood them. Try and just overwhelm them with numbers. It's at this point the realization is had that a lot of their troops are breaking and dispersing, and without the support of their archers, thanks to the cavalry, they actually can't do much. The archers have whittled down the morale on their men in the midfield so much so that they can't stand still, and what was looking incredibly bad for us is now suddenly looking like it's in our favor. Our generals are surviving, the morale is still high on most of our men, and a lot of combat can be done. Their general still survives, however, but I'm trying to keep her under control. And at this point, the enemy general has broken. She's running for her life, and most of her soldiers are doing the same. However, this is not where this battle ends. A close defeat, a close victory over our enemies was not expected, but welcome. But this is the last of their people, and to teach them a lesson to make sure they never rise again, the general will be run down, as will as many of the armies as we can. They will be cleaned up, and with a decisive victory, not only will their lands be taken, but their leader killed. There's not much they'll be able to do from defending their farmland any longer. Well, it was supposed to be a decisive loss or whatever it was predicting. Ended up being a close victory, one in which the general we took down, and we tried to run down as many armies as we could. I think this is going to be a replenishment situation in case they try to strike again. You know, the money's great, the unity's great, but it's not nearly enough to really make me feel comfortable, so we're going to go ahead and recruit anyone who wants to join us, and the farmland we're going to just take for ourselves. The puppet Han Emperor captured Zhang Yan to Yuan Shao. Oh my god, Yuan Shao has my nephew. Huh. As Prime Minister of the Emperor, you may annex Han Empire territory at a cost. So because he's in our coalition? Now they are a mere pawn in a larger conflict. As Prime Minister of the Emperor, you may annex Han Empires. I don't understand, but he's over there now? I have a spy in that territory too. Oh, he vassalized the Han Empire because he took him. Lu Bu got a treaty. Han Fu requesting they go to war. Fudge. Okay, well, let's pick one of these first, and now we have an interesting situation. I don't know if there's any way for me to get the Emperor out of his hands, though. We have a lot of choices. Food is always good. Private tutors is always nice. Trade influence is always good. Why don't we there's a bunch of new buildings that come with this, level 5s and whatnot. It might be good to just go up this tree and just grab everything. It's going to eventually lead to satisfaction for sentinels and a bunch of income industry bump as well. The more money, the better. Let's just keep pushing that way. Now, genuinely, I'm not sure if there's much I can do there. We're still sieging them out. Can we demand their surrender now? We could actually just delegate it. And I think we're just gonna delegate it. There's really nothing they can do. I don't need to starve them out anymore. Just delegate the win. We barely lost anyone, and we're just gonna step in and occupy the place. A would-be assassin. While establishing control in the newly occupied town, the town of Guanling, one of your officials is set upon by a particularly burly local. The attacker is a bona fide warrior, but the targeted official is also an ex-soldier, aptly skilled in combat himself. After a spectacular duel, the assailant is eventually subdued and detained. So they tried to attack my general Gao Ding, which was a mistake because he's a warrior. This faction is no more, leaving one less warrior on the battlefield of history. They may be remembered, or their very name be co-signed to oblivion. Yes, we did finish them off completely. Buildings here are still damaged from the recent siege. We will absolutely go ahead and just get to repairing right away. Meanwhile, they're miserable, but they won't be miserable long. The devastation is going to be taken care of. We still have a piece of land over here owned by the Han Empire, which I don't think... I mean, I can annex them. I don't know if I want to right now. We'll wait. We've got some time. But it's good to know this place is ours, and we're now taking in food at a surplus again. Our food distribution is insane right now because of all the upgrades and whatnot, but this will eventually pay for itself with food as we start leveraging the farmland for ourselves. It's just the farm was destroyed. We have a level up over here, Liu Bei. Understanding, +8 expertise, industrial exploitation as an assignment if we want to send them out, and +1 starting rank for all recruits right away. All recruits that get recruited are automatically going to be slightly better. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this guy out. The +10 trade influence is really nice, though. He hit a level up in Resolve, so he's actually legendary now. Legendary Resolve on this particular one. You have no followers. Let's see if we can get your Instinct up. I don't think we can. Getting your Resolve up is not a bad thing. You do ride with the cavalry, so... I wonder if there's a wedge formation. Yeah. Give him a wedge formation. Can't get much better on the instinct. We have no other weapons. Just trying to make sure everybody's getting along as best they can. I know they're still miserable fighting together, but there's not much I can do about it right now. We're looking pretty good. Let's just check the city at the border here. Let's just sit right here at the border. I would love to siege it, but we'll wait one more turn. A food trade? I think we're fine on food, and we're about to be even better on food, and he wants military access. I just can't do that. Yellow turbans are gone, and now Yuan Shou, I think, is more friendship between Gao Ding and Zhang Fang. I think this is now the Duchy of something. Duchy of Song. Yeah, he grew. Ugh, that's not good. He's back. I might try and siege him one more time. Think we'll wait for a full replenishment though. He's got the Duchy of Song. Lu Bu has somebody I can marry. I think it's still that woman. I don't think I can have kids with her because she's freaking 55. But she's the faction heir, so if Lu Bu dies, she inherits it. And if I receive the marriage, I think I inherit that? Let's see if there's anybody else who has marriages. I'm looking to get married, but... Who are you vassal of? Liu Biao, huh? Literally the only wife on the market is through Lu Bu. But I might keep Lu Bu off my ass. I doubt it though. And we hate each other. No. I can't risk that. She might try and kill me in my sleep or something. And I can't get my, my nephew either. Cao Cao's still at war with Yuan, with the Duchy of Song, which is actually still good for us, I think. So we'll keep moving. Kong Rong, huh? You want military access. Who are you at war with? You're at war with Huang Shao. No, I can't do that. Can't you just go? You don't want to go over the river, huh? You just want to go right through? Sorry, Kong Rong, I can't. I know you're after that piece of land, and I have to take it. I gotta get it before you do. Might be valuable to you at some point, though. Okay. While traveling, you meet a young cowherd playing the flute. Intrigued, you speak with him, and he takes you to his master, Water Mirror, an old hermit living in the mountains. Water Mirror says if you could only find fledgling phoenix or sleeping dragon, you would be able to restore the order of the empire. Well, I get a little bit of experience out of it, which is good. Not enough to level. And you have an army here. If I could hit that army first, but I think if we hit this army, they could get reinforcements from this one. So I think if we swing and hit them, we have inferior forces by a lot. They have replenishment. And I think they're gonna get all the reinforcements. Yeah, they have 2,000 reinforcing. We'd be even otherwise? No, we're not doing that. Let's get on the other side. Stay here. Maybe not, because if I go to war, if I go to peace with him, I will still be at war with... No, I think I'll still be at war with Huang Shao. Let's see. No, I wanted to be at war with you. Shit. Well, I fucked that up. Which is super duper unfortunate. Why can't I have vassals? I have to be king to get vassals, and I wonder if that's different from person to person. And unfortunately, I can't get them to unify. Even though, like, I'm so strong compared to him, he just doesn't want to do it. If I issue an ultimatum, let's see if we issue him an ultimatum. He has no allies. Let's see. He has only a couple trade agreements, no vassals, no allies. Let's see what happens. Never mind. I become untrustworthy. I have a feeling I'm starting to lose, and I'm not quite sure why or what I can do about it. I'm getting stagnant. Honestly, our best bet might be just to go to war with Cao Cao. It really might. He has 2 allies, but we're pretty strong, and we're in a coalition, and we might be able to draw in the well, the duchy's already fighting him, so we might be able to move in on him right now. He's at war with the duchy, Kong Ung Liu Yu. Honestly, it might be in our best interest to declare a separate war and just try and swoop in and take what we can. All of his friends will hate us, but there's not much I can do, because Liu Bao... Let me sign a non-aggression pact with you, Liu Bao, and you will take that and pay me. So let's make a payment. Let's get you to pay me food. A little bit of food. You're low on food. What do you got? Literally not anything. You're equal and we're equal in money? I can take your 1 food every turn and have you pay me every turn. No, I don't want to give you food. I want you to give me food. And I want regular payments of $200 every turn for 10 turns. And we won't go to war with you. Sounds good. Okay, you stay out of this war. Cao Cao, who else are you allied with right now? Sun Jian? Sun Jian, I'd like you to stay out of this as well. This is gonna be my own war for myself. Non-aggression pact, sir? You're willing. I'll just take the deal. Now hopefully that means you won't actually attack, because for you, I'm going to war with you. Declare war shortly after breaking deals? Now I'm suddenly untrustworthy? I didn't make a deal with you. Alright, I guess I'll wait for a little bit and we can take this time to move our armies to the south, where we're gonna be striking. Ideally at his farmland, he's really low on food. So the livestock farm. Alright, we have money again, so let's actually start upgrading some cities again. I was going poor pretty quickly there. We have a decision. We can save up for this one, or just go right for this more workshops. Which doesn't do much. We already made a choice. We have to go up this way. That's what we wanted. We have 3 assignments open as well, which we're gonna want to take. Farmland's bringing in a good food. We're gonna upgrade our farmland some more. Lang Yi we can actually bring up to a level 5 city, I think. Not without food. Let's wait for food to finish up. I think our food is so low because we have food. Our assignments are open, basically. Donglai is food. Food. So yeah, let's do an assignment here for food. Taoying, more food production. Do it up. Tao Sheng, more money from industry. Thank you. And we've got a commerce city over here. Send you off that way. Make more money. Thank you very much. Ideally, we'll be striking in 2 different targets. We can move in with our generals over here. We might want to actually bring our best men off on this side so we can hit Liu Yao and bring them that way. Be much easier for us. And we want our stronger army to hit the stronger area. I gotta Google something, Dean. I'm just gonna reject it. I genuinely don't know what that would do if I said yes. I wonder if it would make people hate him and go after him and try and kill him, or what, but I don't know. From working within the Duchy of Song, I think we're gonna try and F them completely. Incite a malcontent to spread untoward rumors about the faction, thereby slightly diminishing satisfaction throughout the court. It's probably our best idea right now. We could also cost their traders, but let's go and discredit their faction. Let's see if we can maybe pursue an administrative appointment. If we can we basically need to get into their court so we can try and fuck them from the inside. We will confirm. Your spy attempts to ingratiate themselves have drawn the attention of one of their potential political rivals. Having the ear of their lord, the requests were dismissed out of hand. Your agent can attempt to further press their case, but it could lead to their discovery. Send another letter and attempt to discredit the rival. Let's just do it. We have the money and the resources to do it. We got it. Our spies' efforts to impress have not gone unnoticed. Their false master has openly favored their administrative candidacy should a point arise in the near future. Oh, baby. And with that, we can start to discredit the faction. It's the only way we can start weakening him from the inside. See what that ends up doing for us. I think we'll bump this up to a large city now. Keep the cities flowing. Non-aggression pact with you, sir. You're at war with Huang Shao and He Yi. You have a trade with our partner. Sure, I'll take the money. Bunch of peace treaties. Peace treaty. A little bit of war. Peace treaty. Man, war. Friendship forming. Zhang Fang and Han Xin. That's good. 2 of our generals are starting to become blood brothers. I wonder how much they still hate each other. Let's get into our territory. That's all I want. You still hate each other a lot. Now because there's like a deepening bond, the person they hate now in turn. Hilarious. Man, the Duchy of Song is starting to draw the ire of many. A war declared between Liu Yao and all of these, and then war declared between Liu Yao and this guy. So Liu Yao is getting effed right now. They joined a coalition. The 2 bandits joined each other. That's not surprising. Liu Yao and Liu Bei, Liu Biao and Duchy of Song have declared war on... Oh, Liu Biao declared war on the Duchy of Song. Duchy of Song declared war on Sai Mao. Yeah, it's the Duchy of Song is causing some problems. Zuan gained understanding. That's fantastic. Construction complete on the farms. And now we're making even a little bit more money. So this is good for us, honestly. More income from commerce and industry. Well, it works for me. And let's put them right up. Oh, he's moving in quickly. Very, very quickly. This is all his territory now. I gotta leave the Dutch. I might have to fight. I might have to jump out of this coalition and fight. I'm bouncing out of the coalition. I don't want to be in it anymore, mainly because I'm concerned. I mostly want to maybe even go to war with him. He's getting super strong. Cao Cao is definitely weaker, and I think this is our opportunity to move in on him and try and stop him from getting out of control. He's currently at war with a ton of people, and it just might be better for us to just jump in on this war. We'll start moving in against his borders, and I'm gonna push in over here. This is where our general, our spy is right now. And the fact that our spy is still around is super good. Let's start poisoning their supplies. And we'll commit to it. Under cover of darkness, your spy's agent sets about lacing the army's fresh water supplies, but this is startled by members of the Night Watch. They demand answers. Your undercover network has other members present within the army. With a word, they can see to it that the meddlers are added to this night's casualties. We're absolutely going to go ahead and say yes. We commit. One of our spies succeeded in sabotaging this faction's army by poisoning their provisions, thereby diminishing the combat strength. And that's going to be over here, where we know they are. Which is good, because we're going to try and move in. I don't like him. He doesn't like us anymore. Because we left. Yeah, he does not like us. We're going to go into war. 5 turns of untrustworthiness. Damn it, man. All right, let's wait a little bit. Let's wait a little bit. It's too early after leaving the coalition. I just don't know the intricacies of the game quite yet, so. A minor strategic threat to most people right now. He wants to pay me $18,000 to be a vassal. No. You have to go down. I don't like having to go to war with you. Things were so good between us, but now things are not so good. Lu Bu declared war on the Duchy of Song. Ah, that's so funny. That's unfortunate. Now I'm starting to regret my diplomatic decisions a little bit. I didn't think he was going to explode like he did and how fast he did. However, to have a spy in his army is fantastic, and that's going to help us out immensely over time. We're pretty low on almost everything. We're going to keep building an undercover network, though, because we have a lot of these points. Let's just keep going. Go to ground and network by proxy. Your spy spends 4th. We're just going to keep doing it. Our spies succeed in developing their undercover network. There is now a web of people with vital connections indebted to our agents. Debts that can be called upon whenever information or service is needed. He doesn't like doing that. He doesn't. It's unfortunate that he has, Liu Bei has to be, use spies to win, but in this current situation, it's all we can do. Let's spend a little bit of money building up our undercover network. I think what this is going to do is allow us to, have a lot more opportunity to stay hidden. We'll do one more. Okay, we've got a big old network over here. Your active spies will help build your undercover network over time. This web of contacts and other covert assets will support your insidious ambitions, but may be unexpectedly challenged by factions owed covert defenses. Be prepared. So if I just max it at 100, what happens? It's just at 100, I think. And we can spend another 5 to keep poisoning their armies. Lan Yang is, we would definitely want to poison Lan Yang's army. We're gonna commit. Okay. We're just gonna keep poisoning them and hopefully doing damage to them. I mean, they take a little damage. It looks like it might be better to poison them right before we attack. It's a lot less permanent than I initially anticipated. But oh well. How's our garrison looking? Honestly, what does this provide? 5 prestige. I mean, it's not terrible. But I was thinking maybe we tear this temple. No, it's just a temple grounds. Never mind, it's just a temple area. The garrisons are pretty okay. We got one city about to be upgraded. I want more food. +3 food per... Oh, we're over here, so... Yeah, we only have this to go. I really want to make sure we have more food, because we're going to have to upgrade another city soon. I'd like to upgrade another city anyway. We've got a couple of them doing it. Level 7 is next. Maybe this will be a good level 6. We have the food. Well, let's just do it. We got to make our cities hard to penetrate, man. We're setting up for war. To think we started just right here, this tiny little mine. Look how far we've already expanded. Who are you at war with? Because I might let you through. You're a vassal of the Duchy of Song? No, I gotta keep you weak. Zhang Yan requested Zhang Yan join their war against Lu Bu. That's fine. War declared between Zhang Fu and Lu Bu. We'll just kind of push through all of this real quick. We gained an eavesdropper ancillary. Could be a good spy. Somebody jumped up in court. We haven't checked our court in a while. These armies are trespassing on our lands. They're probably just running through. We'll let them go. For now. We got 3 more turns before we can declare war, and then we can go ham, which we're going to. He's in a lot of trouble. And he's spreading so fast. Cao Cao is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. We'd be allowed in their coalition, and we could get yanked into the war through their coalition. Let's see if they'll take us. I think if he rejects, we can't get in. And I don't trust Cao Cao at all. We just want to oppose the oppressor right now. Okay, we're in. We're now in his coalition. Can I go to war with you now? Still can't. That's fine. We'll keep waiting. Even though they didn't want me in, we're safe now. And I'm down to join the coalition of this place. It'll serve better purposes in the end. The idea being that as long as we're part of the coalition, we have a lot of they're much smaller, and we have way more vision now. Sun Jian is insanely effing large. Holy shnikes, man. Lot of territory, not a big army though. Not a big army at all. We could get him kicked from the coalition. They do not want him kicked. They're not going to listen to me. Ooh, we have somebody we can marry up here. And she's 36. It looks like we'd get along. All right, hang on. We need to get married off really bad. It's the only other marriage available right now, and it doesn't look like we hate each other. He's weaker than us, and he's to the north a bit. We could do something with this, and I think we're just gonna get him married. It's been a long time since we've been married, so let's go ahead and take her. She's a general. She's currently deployed at a garrison right now. Taking a look at her really quick. We have no idea what her traits are or past loyalties are. She's got a small retinue, and that's about it. She's a chancellor and a rogue, so that worries me a little bit. He doesn't necessarily want to, because the character's worth, and he doesn't like the idea in general, and the distance is a problem. But if we make it work, all we need to do is pay him $1,000 over the course of 10 turns. We'll be pretty broke for a while. Let's go ahead and get married. Liu Bei needs a wife. Now, Liu Bei is married. Proposer faction. We receive her. One must strengthen the bond between factions for the greater good of the land. Just as marriage will join these two in harmony, so it will draw our two factions closer. He's a small nobody. He's at war with Zhang Fan, and he has one trading route. Now he likes me? Still won't unify with me. We could invite him to the coalition. Nobody wants him. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm okay with that. I don't know if we'll be able to have a child, unfortunately, but we're married, finally. And we're almost up a rank. Me and Tao Ying still do not get along, and he's pretty expensive. He's assigned off somewhere right now, but he's still miserable. I think I'm just gonna kick him. I'm gonna strip him of everything he's got. I'm gonna go to the courts. We're gonna release him from service and get him out of the faction. He's just miserable. Just get him out of here. Make our money back. We'll put somebody else as chancellor, maybe our wife. Now we can actually see her. She's cheerful, agile, and tranquil. She was with Xi forever. I think we're just gonna put her in her court. You're miserable because you're serving with somebody you don't like. And you're pretty happy. We can put you on assignment. Ooh, faction heir. We can actually make her our faction heir. That sounds scary. Don't know if I want to do that quite yet. I want to put somebody there that's not going to trigger a civil war. Gives us, ooh, effects from her in this post. +1 trade agreements, +5 satisfaction, +2 starting rank to all ranged units, +1 satisfaction. Alright, you're gonna be... You wouldn't get along with me. You also wouldn't get along with me. But you wouldn't hate me, so maybe it's better to put you as my chancellor for now. Welcome. Just trying to keep harmony in our courts. Shi Chu, 50% food production. Get in there. Well, war rumbles on the horizon, and a victorious battle for Liu Bei earlier certainly helped. After jumping into the coalition with Cao Cao, the Duchy of Song is in everybody's crosshairs. And while we're temporary allies now, once this war comes to a halt, all will settle in their lands and breathe for a moment before redirecting their sights elsewhere. To the west. That's where we go next.